today I'm going to be doing a first impressions full face drugstore. There's only like one product I used that wasn't drugstore, and then a couple products that I just didn't have new products of. But I really love the way this turned out. I think this makeup look is beautiful. So if you want to see how I got it, stay tuned. Okay, so I already have the usual done. My eyebrows, I have my eyes primed, and I have my moisturizer on. I'm going to start putting on a primer now. This is the Milani Prime Light Face Primer. It's supposed to be a strobing primer. I'm really excited for this because I really like glowy and hydrating primers. So I'm really hoping this works out well. Okay, so it reminds me a lot of that Wet n Wild primer we tried in my last video because it has like, it's white, but it has like the glowing, I don't know if you can see that, but it has like micro shimmers in it. It's really thick. It kind of reminds me of a moisturizer. So it gave my face kind of like a sheen. It's not as intense as that Wet n Wild one we tried, but so far I kind of like this. Next, we're going to go on with eyes. I have two new eyeshadow palettes. One of them isn't drugstore, but I wanted to include it anyways. It's not really an expensive palette. It's not like $40 or $50. It's only like $25 for the mini and $28 for the large, which is this one. But this is the Masquerade by Juvia's Place. This palette is gorgeous. I've swatched some of the shadows, but I haven't used them yet. Look how gorgeous. And then I have the Wet n Wild Art in the Streets palette, which has these gorgeous colorfuls. I'm thinking about going for a blue eye today. So neither of these palettes really have a transition shade. So I'm going to go in with the Beauty Killer palette. I'm just going to go in with the shade Courtney, which is that beautiful transition shade. And I'm just going to use that in the crease. Yeah, that primer, if you don't like glitter, you won't like it because I can see some glitter around my face. So I don't know, we'll have to see how foundation goes on top of it. Okay, so we got the transition shade down. Now I'm going to go into the Masquerade palette, and I think I'm going to go in with this shade. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, but just this brown right there. And I'm going to go right in the crease with that again. These shadow pans are huge. Look at that. I like want all the palettes by them because they're all so beautiful. Now I'm going to go in with this deep brown shade right there. And I'm just going to really deepen up the crease with that. And then I'm using the same blending brush just because this is my favorite blending brush and you can do so much with it. But I really like this palette because you have your colorful shades, but you still have some neutrals you can create like a full look with. I just wish there was maybe a lighter transition shade. Now I'm debating if I want to go in with this blue or this blue. I'm going to go in with the darker blue. It's called Dahlia, I believe. Right there. Really gorgeous blue. I'm going to try it first without Fix Plus and then see if it needs it. Yeah, there's a lot of fallout with that shadow. I'm going to go back into the deepest shade in this palette and just go back in the crease with it. Okay, the only thing is I just spent about 5 minutes trying to clean up that shadow because it literally got all over my face. I don't know if it's just that shadow. All the matte shadows performed excellently. But yeah, that blue, it just had a lot of fallout and it just made a mess. Like it just kept spreading. Even when I tried to like wipe it with a fluffy brush, it just like was going everywhere. So that's the only thing. But so far I'm really liking it. Lashes, I'm using the usual Vegas Nay Grand Glamour eyelashes. Okay, now I'm going to be going in with foundation. This is the Wet n Wild Coverall. This isn't technically a first impression because I have tried it before, but it's been a very long time and I don't really remember how I liked it. But I have a few other foundations, but I want to start a new series with that, doing first impressions with foundations. So I didn't want to do this since it's not technically like, I didn't want to dedicate a whole first impression video to it if it's not, but I did want to try it out again. So I'm in the shade Fair, which is pretty dark, but we're gonna make it work. I'm just gonna use my usual little round brush. I don't know if you see that, but it just like did not do anything. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but it literally didn't do anything. So, okay. So I'm gonna go in with another layer. And try a different brush and see if that works. Cause I remember kind of liking this brush and this foundation and thinking it had decent coverage. So I'm gonna go in with this flat top. This is the buffing brush from Real Techniques. It looks fine on camera, but like in person. Okay, so I'm like super confused with the foundation. Yeah, I don't know if you can like see. No, you really can't. But there's like nothing going on. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess that's really weird because this worked for me before. Like, it wasn't super, super full coverage, but that was like literally nothing. Like, it's all like gone. It didn't even like do anything. Okay. We're just gonna go into concealer and see if I can fix the problem. This is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is in the shade Fair Neutral. I wanted Fair, but they were out of it, and I just really wanted to try it. But it looks like an okay shade. Like, it's a little lighter than me, so it looks like it'll work. So I'm really staying positive about this. I'm going to be putting it, like, everywhere since that foundation didn't do anything for me. Already oxidizing. Can you see that? It's already oxidizing. Okay. That's a fresh swipe, and then that's it oxidized. Do you see that? Okay, I've never heard, I watched like a ton of people talk about this, and I've never heard anything about oxidization. So that's really, okay, as I blend it out, it's going back to normal, kind of. Okay, so after that concealer, my skin's looking pretty flawless and glowy, which I really like. I think I do need to get Fair though, because that was a little dark. That may be another reason why it either oxidized or just dried down like that. But I do like the way it looks. It looks beautiful under the eyes. And I do like how full coverage it was. Okay, so before they set that, I have a couple new cream products I want to try, and I'm very excited for all these. Oh my, I wanted to try the new e.l.f. color corrector stick. Oh my god, I'm so mad. I've been really into color correcting. I'm so mad I forgot this. Whatever. Okay. Well, I do have this Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick. This is in light medium, and I really like this because the contour is super cool toned, which I really like. And then the highlight is super, super light, which I really like. So I'm just going to go in with this. I'm going with the contour shade and contour. I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques Expert Face Brush just to blend that out. Okay, I kind of like that. I think it looks really pretty on the skin. Alright, I'm really loving the way my under eyes look. Like, they look flawless. Okay, I'm feeling my concealer. It was weird at first because it oxidized, but once you blended it in and it's starting to dry down again, it's not, I don't have that problem. So kind of weird, but I'm not complaining. So next we're gonna go in, well, I want to see how this highlighter works actually. Let's just, okay, I don't want to take off product. Not a lot is coming up. Like, not a lot of product is coming off. That's okay though. Not bad though. You could probably try to use it as a concealer. I just really want to try the ColourPop one, but maybe next time I'll try out that concealer, or that as a concealer, and see how it works. But I'm not mad at that. I kind of like this product. Next, I'm going to go into the cream blush. This is again by Wet n Wild. I've just been really into Wet n Wild products lately. They're just killing it. They're really awesome, and they're super, super affordable. This is the blush stick, and this is in Floral Majority. It's this gorgeous, like, I don't even know, like, flowery, I don't know, really pretty color. So I'm just going to put this on my cheeks. Okay, it's kind of taking off product. Yeah, look, it's like taking off product. I try to use this with my finger. Okay, that works a lot better. I'm gonna blend it out with this Luxie Precision Foundation brush. Oh, that's pretty. It's really pretty. I'm not a big cream blush person, but I did want to try this out. It's really pretty. Do you guys see how pretty that is? Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then I have this, again by Wet n Wild. It's the highlight stick, and this is in When the Nude Strikes. So I'm going to go in with my finger with this. This is really gorgeous. Oh. Okay, not all that is coming up on my hand. That's okay, we're still going to try it. Okay, it's a little natural glow. I'm not mad at it. My skin's looking like super healthy and glowy with all these cream products, so that's one thing I really like. Okay, now I get why people like that, like, natural makeup, like cream makeup, so much, because it really does look super natural and just glowy and dewy. I'm not usually a big fan of cream makeup, but I'm really feeling all these products. Like, my skin just looks so good right now. Yeah, I'm actually really liking that concealer now that it's like dried down and blended out. It looks amazing. So I'm going to go in with powder now to set my under eyes. I'm going to go in with the Coty Airspun. I made a mistake and I accidentally bought the one in Honey Beige. So I have that just sitting here now. But this one's just the translucent, and I've been wanting to try this for a long time. I've heard really good things about it. I got way too much. This does smell like old lady perfume though, so just beware of that. But I'm hoping I like it because I've heard so many good things about it. Ooh. Okay. Okay, grandma powder. Okay. A little bit dry, but it kind of looks super flawless. I don't know if that'll replace my Ben Nye powder, but I do like it actually. That'll probably be really good to set your whole face, but I'm going to try the Wet n Wild Coverall powder. Unlike the foundation, I've never tried this one, so I'm going to try it. Obviously, that's why I have it in this video. Because I like a colored powder on the rest of my face. Okay. I really like that because it didn't completely cover up the contour and the blush. about that. I'm just going to go on and contour because I don't have any new contour products, so I'm just going to do that real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, so my skin looks so good right now, and I think it's because of the concealer, because that foundation wasn't looking too great at first, and it definitely started to look better after I covered it with concealer. I will keep trying it out though, different ways, just to see how I like it. But usually this light is a little bright and my makeup doesn't look as great in this light, but I'm really liking the way it looks right now. So now I'm going to go on a blush. I got a couple of these Milani Rose blushes, but I think I'm going to go in with this shade. This one's Romantic Rose, and it's this, first of all, okay, okay, there we go. This packaging's gorgeous with that rose, and this is just a really nice, like, mauve-y kind of color that'll go with, like, anything. I don't want to, like, mess up the design. So I'm just going to go with my Luxie 514 blush brush. Oh my god, it's so pretty. That's gorgeous. Let me show you, like, a swatch. Can you even see that? It's so pretty. This blush is right up my alley because it's super, like, neutral. I don't like really dramatic blushes, but that's gorgeous. I don't have any new highlights either, so I'm just going to go in with the Wet n Wild highlighting palette, and I'm going to go in with that Sweet Peony shade. Look at that. Oh my god, that's insane. I'm so sad they don't sell this one separately. So I'm really loving the skin right now. It looks really good. So I'm just going to finish off with the eyes. I think I'm just going to go in with this Wet n Wild blue color all on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go in back to this Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to go in with that shade right there and just stick that in the inner corner. Ooh, it's a really gorgeous shade. Even though my eyes are going to start watering in like 2 seconds, because every time I put something in my inner corner, my eyes water. That's why I rarely do it. At first, this makeup look wasn't turning out that great, I'll be honest, but I'm like loving it right now. Okay, so now all we have to do is lip. I have a ton of new lip products, but most of them I've tried before, like a ton of Wet n Wild liquid lipsticks and just regular lipsticks. But I do have these Milani, and I'm kind of thinking one of these shades, because I've never tried these Milani liquid lipsticks yet. They all look the same, but I'm kind of thinking this middle shade. I think that would look really pretty. Okay, my mom said this lighter one, but I kind of think the darker one. I'm going to swatch them. First of all, these smell like cake. They smell so good. Okay, now the lighter one, definitely. I'm going to go in with this Milani lip liner in Nude. I've never tried these either before, but I've swatched them and they're pretty dry, which you guys know I like. Okay, I never said what these are, but this is the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Adorable. And then I don't have a new face spray, but I'm just going to spray it with the Wet n Wild Natural Finish Setting Spray. Okay, so I'm like really digging this look. I'll do a close-up. Its lighting is not the best, but I don't know if you can see how like flawless and beautiful my face looks. This eye look, I'm living for. These lips, I love this lip color. This is like gonna be a new favorite. I can already tell. It's so pretty. So yeah, I'm like really digging. I'm just gonna do a quick overview of everything I tried. So the Milani primer. I didn't like it at first because there was like chunks of glitter, and I usually like shimmery face primers, but this one is just a little bit too shimmery. Those are like glitters, but I think it really helped make my foundation and everything look super glowy and natural. So I will definitely try this out more and see how I like it. The foundation was probably like my least favorite thing. It didn't really do much for me. I swear this worked for me before, so I am definitely going to keep trying it out and see how I like it. But look forward to my new series, the foundation first impressions. I'm going to do them on Fridays. I have a couple I'm going to do, and then whenever I get new foundations, I'll probably do that video. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. The concealer, I hated it first. Really, really hated it because it did like dry down and oxidize really orange. But once I blended it out and it dried down a second time, it was beautiful. Now I understand why everyone loves it, because it's really amazing and it's super, super inexpensive. I really, really love this. This might be one of my favorite products of today. And then the cream contour stick, really enjoyed this. If you have fair skin like I do, you will really enjoy this contour stick because it's super cool toned, which I absolutely love. And then the highlight, I will definitely try this as like a concealer to see how it works, because it didn't really do anything since I already had like concealer on, you know. The cream products by Wet n Wild, really like these. I don't have a problem with any of the other cream products. I have the concealer and the bronzer, or the contour, if you guys know. Really like these. This blush was gorgeous. This was very subtle, but these really, all three of these products really made my skin super glowy and luminous. And if you like natural makeup, then you will really like these. So you don't have a bunch of like powder sitting on your face, which I personally don't mind because I love a cake face, but really, really enjoyed those. As for the powder, the Coty Airspun powder, I really like the way it made my under eyes look. A little bit drying, but I think if I just moisturize my under eyes a little bit better next time, this will work really well. And it's only like $5 for this huge, huge powder. The CoverAll powder, it's just a good face powder. It wasn't anything like too amazing or anything, but it was a good face powder for the drugstore. For blush, I really enjoy this Milani blush. Super, super gorgeous. I definitely want to pick up like the rest of the shades because I really, really enjoyed that. For eyeshadow, love this Juvia's Place palette. The fallout was a little bit annoying, but that could have been my fault. I don't really think it was the eyeshadows, but I loved all the other colors in here. Super, super gorgeous palette. Definitely worth it. I think this was like only $30 with tax, so that's amazing. And then the Wet n Wild one was good. It's not anything amazing, but it's good drugstore shadows. What else? For lips, I really liked the Milani lip liner. It's like pretty dry, which I really like in a lip liner. So if you like creamy lip liners, I wouldn't recommend them. And then the is this the one I used? I don't know which one I used. I don't know which one I used. I think it's this one. Really, really love. It's super pretty, super comfortable on the lips, but it's super matte, which I really like. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. See you next time.